Well, welcome to church, everyone, as we come together to celebrate 135 years of worshiping and doing mission and ministry together. How many of you haven't seen that video before? Awesome. That was great. Isn't it a good video? Mark Harmon did that video for us, and we're so happy, so thank you. Well, today we have a surprise throwback video that we're going to start out with today. And this one is from our very last, one of our very last worship services in the old church 20 years ago. And as you will see, everybody here was encouraged to dress up that day, including wearing hats. So let's see if you can turn to page 657. That is if you really need to, people. And let's just sing along today with Fred Nordstrom and so many of our pioneers and our friends in faith. That includes some of you here as well. So let's sing.
And it's a beautiful, gorgeous day on the Hubbard Prairie. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. Welcome to the Hubbard United Methodist Church, and as you've heard me say many times, we're blessed by the talent that walks through these doors.
Isn't that fun? All right. Would you please rise as you are able? And again, we can turn to page 328 if you need to. And we're going to join Fred again as he leads us in our weekly Surely the Presence this morning. Well, as you heard Fred say loud and clear, it is a beautiful, gorgeous day on the Hubbard Prairie. Friends, we have been saying this regularly now for 20 years plus. I have to say, have a seat this morning. My name is Lauren Hauger, for those of you who don't know me, and I have the honor and the blessing of being the pastor here at Hubbard Church, and I'm just so happy that you're joining us today. Some of you might not have recognized me. I've heard a lot about the hair color change, so I am just glad to be here today. I didn't want to look 135 years old, so I changed my look up today. So, you know, we have a wonderful celebratory service for you today. If you are joining us for the first time today, you have come at the absolute perfect time because we have been celebrating throughout this entire month. And today in your bulletins, I know you're going to find some interesting facts about how we've come together over the years in mission and ministry and outreach, as well as some thoughts from some of you as to where we might be headed into the future. And so as you will see, we've been digging through the archives and we found some fun photos and videos. And today we're also going to hear from one of our longtime members, Gail Manlove, as she reflects on the past and the future. And we also have a special guest who's joining us today. I don't know if she's here yet, but Lori Cantonen is coming. And some of you might remember Lori. I don't know. I'm sure you all do. But Pastor Lori was the previous pastor here at Hubbard Hubbard just prior to myself. And fun fact, for those of you who don't know who she was the very first woman appointed to this church, and I believe she served here for 10 years. And honestly, she is here, and she's coming. She got held up, I know, by the traffic out there, or by the turnarounds out there. So she is on her way. She texted me. So she is now our conference superintendent over at the Aurora Sky District and on the northeast side of the state. So she's going to come and share her thoughts on where we as a church have been and all her memories. So I'm excited to have her join us. And we also have a special message today from our current Headwaters District Conference Superintendent, the Reverend Becky Jo Messenbring, who serves the northwest part of the state. And as she shares her thoughts on where we as a church and as a part of the larger Minnesota Annual Conference are headed into the future. And so I would especially like to welcome our friends today from Ogilvie United Methodist Church, as well as the hundreds of others of you who watch us online each week. We are so grateful for your presence. And if you are a first-time guest here in our sanctuary, just let us know. And there she is. Yay. Hi, Lori. If you are a first-time guest here and you are in our sanctuary, we have a special gift for you just for joining us here. And inside that gift, you know what? You're going to find a welcome card. That welcome card is going to list several of our Hubbard Church mission partners on it. And all you have to do is simply fill out that card, turn it in, and our mission team will then happily make a donation to the mission partner of your choice. And so this is a new mission outreach that we have just started this month. So please fill that card out if you are new here and place it in the offering plate if you get a chance. And speaking of mission outreach, I want to thank all of you who showed up at Century School and helped out during last week's backpack giveaway, because friends, aside from donating over 360 pairs of headphones to the Helping Hands ministry, you showed up to help sort and pack school supplies. And I know that they gave away actually 250 plus backpacks that night. And so and they expect to give away a lot more come the new open house this week. So thank you. And also thank you to those of you who showed up this week at Riverside for the Midwest Mission Fundraiser. We got to hear some great music by the Jumpin' Jehoshaphat's and eat some wood fire pizza and be sent on our way with ice cream. And I mean, what could be better than that? Pizza and ice cream, right? And then again, all of you who went over to Living at Home and went to that open house this week. I heard there were 350 people who toured that facility. I know that I saw many of you there. And I also want to thank those of you who helped out at the food giveaway at Calvary. You know, that's also happening again tomorrow morning. So if you want to be able to help hand out food, just go over to Calvary's parking lot at 8 o'clock in the morning and you can help out. It has been a really busy mission week here this week. And so please, just relish in that, everyone. Way to be the church out in community. I'm going to just give you guys a hand. So thank you. I would like to encourage you, if you get a chance to, those of you who are here, to pass down those fellowship pads and let us know that you're here. You've probably done that already. You can scan that QR code. If you are online with us today, you can also scan the QR code that you see there on the screen. Or if you are on our website, you can scroll right beneath my picture and click on that button that says, "Let us know you're here." By letting us know you're here, friends, it just helps us to be able to connect with you more regularly. We have the opportunity to be in prayer for you throughout the week, and you also have that opportunity to send in your own prayers as well. And so also, if you are worshiping with us on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, I want to invite you to say hello to one another. Our online host, Andy, is always there to welcome you this day, as he is each and every week, and he even grew his hair out in the past few months, as you can see. I asked him to send a couple fun pictures, and I can't wait to show you the other ones that he sent because they're pretty cute. But be sure to greet Andy in the chat along with each other as we move forward into worship. And, he, along with Jeff and Joy and Marie and Bobby and Mark and Neil and Sandy, and I'm sure many others of you have been very busy this week this month actually, sorting through all the old and new images and video clips and newspaper articles to be sure that you can get a full picture of where we've been and where we're going. And so some of you might have even noticed the article, the big write-up on the front page of the Park Rapids Enterprise this past Wednesday. Reporter Alex Haddon joined us last Sunday here for worship and even interviewed some of you, and she wrote a wonderful article. And if you haven't had a chance to see it, I encourage you to take a look at the board as you came in today, because we have posted it out there. You will also be invited to join us after worship today for cake and for fellowship. There's lots of memorabilia to take a look at one last time before we retire it all to the archives until we bring it all out again 15 years from now on our 150th, I was going to say wedding, sorry. Anniversary. It's my anniversary this week, so I was wedding on the mind. You will also notice in the fellowship hall, friends, that there are some cards on the tables, and you can write your wishes on those cards for this day in 2040, and you can add those thoughts to those cards, and we'll put them in a basket. And after we get a chance to reflect on all of those thoughts, they're going to act as sort of a time capsule for those who come after us. Wouldn't that be a great idea? It'll be good. Okay. Before we get way too far out in the future, would you please rise up as you are able today? And we're going to begin with our call to worship. Lord, you have been our dwelling place throughout all generations.